Okay, we did it. We are rolling now. Hey, everybody, welcome to our Monday night training call. We have a special guest, superstar diamond ambassador Amy Paul, on the call with us. She's shaking her head because she knows she's just like the rest of us. Um, Funny story, Amy. First, I want to introduce you to my two besties, my jewels on my team, Liza and Jody, even though it says Erin O'Keefe. They do the
Hi.
calls with us, and then we have a couple other jewels who are out doing a Plexus Christmas party tonight. So we are taking over. But funny story about Amy. A couple weeks ago, she was taking her daughter. She took her daughter Grace, right, Grace, to
Yes.
a trip to New York City for a week. And Amy did not realize how long a week in New York City was. And we were going back and forth all week. And I was trying to hijack her, or at least try to like steal her for an hour to have lunch with her. And we had it all planned out. I was going to come get her on Tuesday and take her to show her, like, outside of the city, and take her to my house or whatever. And just goes to show you, when you think a mom of 7 kids that homeschools and has 4,000 animals and has all her act together, she's just a hot mess like the rest of us. She texted me
Yes.
Tuesday morning. I was so excited. She texted me Tuesday morning. She's like, "You're going to kill me." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "My flight is tonight." I'm like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious." So it made me love you even more than I already do, because you're just like the rest of us. So I'll let you tell your story, Amy, and a little bit of background if people don't know you. And then if you want to just give everyone a couple of your tips for success. I know you're a gritty diamond ambassador, and my theme today is grit. So we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. That story that Erin said is crazy because I am type A and I'm a red personality. And so I thrive off of structure and organization. Like if you look at my planner, it's down to the T, like pretty much like down to the hour of what I'm doing. And I was in New York and I have no clue why I thought I was leaving the next day. And if I had not have looked, like if I didn't get that ding that says your flight, it's time for check-in, I would have missed my flight and everything. So it stinks I didn't get to meet up with Erin because that was what I was excited about, because I love to see how like the locals live. But when she asked me to get on this call and talk to y'all, I was really excited because this is something I'm passionate about. I do these calls and I do team trainings because I am so sold out to Plexus. It completely changed my family's life. My husband was a car salesman. Guys, like car salesmen work very long hours. We didn't make a huge ton of money. Jennifer's shaking her head. You know, I tell people the story, like my husband would come home at 8 o'clock at night because people get off work at 5, they go buy a car. It takes 3 hours to do a deal, right? So he would come home at 8 o'clock. We were completely like living separate lives. I was at home with little kids at the time. I had 6 little kids. I have 7 kids ages 9 and under. So that's a lot of little kids at one time. I don't even remember part of my life. I wish I had Plexus with all of my kids because I used Plexus with my last baby when I was nursing, and I had tons of energy, and I didn't, have postpartum like I did with the other ones. But anyways, he worked long hours and I was missing out. He was missing out on his kids' lives. So when Plexus came into my life, I took the product 7 months before I decided to share because I didn't want to be one of those people. And y'all all know those people that hound you for products. They're inviting you to every jewelry party, makeup party, pots and pan party. And you're like, no, I don't want your stuff. Like I'm budgeting. I don't have the money for it. And so when my friend told me about this product, I trusted her. And I just had my 7th baby, and she signed me up as an ambassador. I didn't even know I was an ambassador. She was asking me my social, and I was like, why is she asking me my social security number? So anyway, she signed me up as an ambassador, but I did not share for 7 months. So 7 months after taking the product, I had no irritable bowel syndrome, no sinus infections. I lost 20 pounds. My face cleared up. My hair started, it was falling out. I got diagnosed premenopausal because I had 7 kids back to back. So night sweats, hair falling out, hormones up and down like this. All of that went away. So 7 months into my journey, I said, okay, I'm just going to share. So I posted on social media, and with that, a business organically started to grow. So I tell people, This business, it's $35. If you're listening to me right now, it's you paid more on a bad meal or an ugly shirt than $35, right? But that $35 has the power to change your life. So think about going from a car salesman, one income family with 7 kids living in Hawaii, where you can't buy a gallon of milk for less than $10 pretty much. So, please be sure you're muted, guys.
Yeah, there's some of you just popped on. Can you guys just mute yourself? Because for some reason I've lost all control over here. Ashley, Denise, Lainey, Melody, Orr, Angela Dream, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Technology is not my strong suit either. So I started, posting about Plexus. I went silver, gold, senior gold, double ranked Ruby, senior Ruby in the first 5 months. I went extremely quickly. And then I sat at senior Ruby for 5 months. And I tell people I sat there for 5 months because I went into management mode. And this is something I want you to get. If you're a silver ambassador and you have 3 people on your team and you're looking at those 3 people saying, how can I get them to work? You have lost focus of your own business and you're focusing on them. Maybe they don't want to work. Maybe they're just content with buying their products. Maybe they're just content with, working a regular job and telling 1 or 2 people that they come across. You are looking for people that want this like you, that are willing in December to get on a call with somebody they don't know, like me, and sit here at 8:30 at night and do a call. Those are the people you're looking for. I have a team of almost 20,000. If I did a call, I might get 50 to 100 people on. That's the odds. But you know what? You don't need a ton of people to go to the top. You just need a few good ones, okay? You need to be strong and confident in this business and realize that this is something that can change your whole family's life. It's a legit business. This is not something where you're peddling vacuums door to door, or think of any other business. Our products change lives. How many people do you know that have life-changing testimonies from Plexus, okay? I never got life-changing results from a piece of jewelry, okay? Or face care, or anything like shampoo. Shampoo, for real? No. But you get life-changing products from things that balance your blood sugar, get your hormones under control, get you off anxiety meds, depression meds, help people with their diabetes. These are things that are legitimate concerns. People do not go to bed at night crying over, I tell people crying over fibromyalgia, crying over diet, all these things, but they go to bed at night thinking, how am I going to pay my bills? What if my kid breaks their breaks their arm tomorrow? How am I going to afford it? How am I going to afford if I get a flat tire? How am I going to afford? Think of all of the things that you think about, all of those unexpected expenses that pop up. And what do? You swipe a credit card, then you end up in tons and tons of debt, which again compounds stress. You have an amazing, legitimate business for $35. All you have to do is realize that, okay? I tell people all the time, I sign people up. I've signed 4 people this month. I'm not afraid to tell people about Plexus. I walk into the Plaza Hotel in New York, and I'm looking around thinking, wow, I wonder what all these people do. And then I think, wait, I am sort of one of these people now. My husband and I are double diamond, and I'm almost a ruby again. So a diamond ambassador, if you're new on this call, makes approximately $442,000 a year. Okay, double that, because my husband's also a diamond, and I'm almost a ruby again. So to go from a car salesman paycheck to a double diamond, almost ruby paycheck, guys, that just changed my family's future forever. Do you understand that the legacy I'm able to leave my children just changed forever? And my 3-year mark was last month. November was my 3-year mark with Plexus. So in 3 years, where do you see yourself? Are you doing the same exact thing? Just think about that. It's only time. I tell people all the time, let's say you're a teacher. A teacher is a noble profession. You go to work as a teacher, you're drinking your pink drink, you're telling a few people about it. And what if it takes you 10 years to go emerald? You're still working your teacher job, right? You're still doing what you love, what you went to school for. It takes you 10 years to go emerald. That's $8,000 to $10,000 a month, a Lexus and a Hawaii trip. Would it be worth it to you to work part-time for a business? Don't take your blinders off and start looking around and say, oh, well, Brooke Hemingway went diamond in 15 months and I'm only a gold. Who cares? Her network was different than yours, right? So don't compare yourself to people. I tell everyone, The reason I think I went so fast is because I was on an island. I was in Kauai, okay? I didn't know other Plexus people. I was not comparing myself to anyone else. I signed up for $35 and I thought, wow, I have a business of my own and I have to get out there and tell people. So all I was doing was signing people up, and people would go or they wouldn't. And guys, you have to realize that you could sign up 100 people. Out of 100 people, maybe only 8 work it. That doesn't mean you're bad. That doesn't mean you're a bad leader. That means you need to get out there and keep finding people, okay? 20% of people work. That's what stats say. 20% of people work. So you're digging for gold. That's all you're doing. It took me a year to sign up Brooke Hemingway, #1 on the leaders board. #1, I mean, she's blowing it up. She will be the 3rd double diamond. And it took me a year to get her, guys. If you go back and look at our messages, over 10 times I reached out to her. Brooke, when are you going to do this? She was my fitness instructor. She has her master's degree in nursing. Her husband is a doctor. I knew if I could get Brooke that I would go very fast. She took my husband from senior gold to diamond in 5 months. January, he was a senior gold. He was a diamond in May. You want to know what that pay chart looks like? Straight up, just like this. But you know what? I signed her. I signed one of my best friends that I've been prospecting a year, and a girl at the county fair. They're all 3 my jewels now, and they all 3 took off right away. So do you see how 2 of my jewels took over a year of prospecting? 2 of them. What if I would have given up? I didn't look at Brooke and think she was better than me because her husband was a doctor. I wasn't scared to reach out to Brooke. The first time I was, but then I was like, I'm making all this money. She needs to make all this money. Her husband, they have 6 kids now. Her husband was working 70-hour weeks as a doctor. Do you really think that these professionals want to work 70-hour weeks? No, they want time freedom. So don't be afraid to reach out to people better than yourself. I don't mean I mean socially better, like on a social tier. Okay, so me, I'm a husband and I, car salesman, ex-military. What if I would have been afraid to reach out to somebody like Dr. Thomas Hemingway? What if I would have been afraid? Do you see what I'm saying? So what I want to challenge y'all to do this week is to team up with somebody, a level 1 on your team, or if you don't have anybody on your team, a sideline partner. All of you on this call right now, look around, start friending each other, because y'all are your new best friends. Okay, because when your friends and family are telling you negative things, you can call up Al and he's going to give you some cheerleading, right? Or Stacy or Liza. They're going to be your new best friends because they want you to succeed. So these are the people that are going to push you and put you in momentum and keep saying positive things to you. So this week, find somebody, make your big long list, your Frank's list. Look that up on Google if you don't know what it is. And you're going to do a 1-hour power hour with somebody. Pick somebody. And do a 1-hour power hour. And it's amazing, guys, because you will be able to grow huge. Who is that? Whoever's coughing, we can't mute you. I phone somebody. I don't know who you are. We don't have power to mute you, so mute yourself so there's not background noise if you hear me. So find somebody and start going down your list. Okay, this is what it's going to sound like. I look like a dummy, but I have to use my phone as like a prop. Okay, so if I'm reaching out to Jennifer, who has a little baby, I would say, hey, Jennifer, I know you've seen me blowing up Facebook with this stuff called Plexus. I really, really love it. It changed my life. Would you give me 5 minutes this week? I could call you. Does Tuesday around 6 o'clock work for you? Thanks so much. I can't wait to hear from you. Al, Eric and I were driving around the other day and we were thinking of expanding our business in your area, and we were thinking of influential people, and we thought of you. I have an amazing business proposition. Are you willing to give me 10 minutes Thursday at 8 o'clock and $35? I would love to talk to you. Can't wait to hear from you. Do you see how I'm just going down my list? Okay, then I get to somebody and I'm nervous. Let's say you're a yellow personality, which means you're very you're a helper, but you're also maybe you're timid and you don't want to reach out to people. This is what it sounds like. Oh my goodness, Stacy, I cannot believe I'm messaging you. Can you hear my voice shaking right now? I'm super scared because this is so out of my comfort zone, but I really love these products called Plexus and I would love to talk to you. I'm going to hit send and I'm super nervous, so I really hope that you'll just give me 5 minutes Thursday. Okay, bye. Just do it. Okay, that's the thing. Don't worry about how you feel because somebody could be looking for this. Okay? Just do it. So a 1-hour power hour. I see you, Is that Jody? Are you trying
Amy,
to
I can mute all now. So, yeah, just unmute yourself.
Okay. Are we good?
Yes, we're good.
Yay, I'm glad you figured that out. Okay, there we go. So do that. That is your assignment this week, okay? Hold yourself accountable. I do this with my leaders, my Jules, Brooke Hemingway. I talked to her today and I said, hey, when are we doing a power hour? Because if she is still not signing up 3 level 1s a month, I talk to her about it. If my Jules aren't signing 3 people up, I'm talking to them because we all hold each other accountable. Because what happens when you become like a gold, a senior gold, you start to look at your team and think, why are they not working? And you're not really working anymore. So to stay a strong leader, you have to be doing the things that are required of you, which means you have to broaden your network. So some of you on here probably feel like you post on Facebook and you get crickets, right? That's it. You post and you're like, no one comments. You could try and give away a triplex and you get crickets. Like no one says anything. That's okay. I get crickets too. Why? Because I've been doing this business 3 years. So you have to expand your network. I don't own business cards. When I went to New York, I try and talk to everyone and I say, oh my goodness, yeah, I'm from Florida. Are you on Facebook? I try and get everybody on Facebook because I know they're going to watch my feed, and it's going to take them 3 to 6 months of watching me to inquire about what is Plexus. But guys, you have to sow those seeds before you can reap the harvest. That's what you have to do. So you have to continuously build your network. Go out and about. Eric and I used to make it a game when we were in the bus. If you don't know our story, I retired my husband in Hawaii. We bought a country singers tour bus in Nashville. We flew, my husband and I and 7 kids, all the way to Nashville, got in a bus, 231 square feet, and traveled the country for a year. Okay? Obviously, Plexus kept us sane because anyone that can live in 231 square feet with 9 people has to have Plexus. So we traveled the country, but we never could have done that if I had not have said yes. No one laughs at me now, and that's what I want y'all to realize. No one laughs at me. If they do, I feel bad for them. I told somebody I went to a marriage retreat and this lady recognized me and she said, oh, I see you on my friend's feed. You do Plexus, right? You have 7 kids. And I said, yes. Do you do Plexus? She said no, and her husband giggled. Her husband laughed at us. And I said, did you just laugh? I said, because do you want me to pull up my paycheck? I just got my paycheck the day, you know how they posted financials 2 days ago? I said, do you want me to pull up our paycheck and show you? Because you would not be laughing. You would fall over dead if you saw my paycheck right now. And I was like, so he started laughing at me. And anyways, we made friends with them, but I was able to third party validate my friends. And now this couple is going to seriously look into it. But people, just like my husband, was a skeptic. There are people that are skeptics. Guys, that's just what it is. It's the nature of the game. Network marketing just brings along the skeptics. But if you're a woman on here, you have to show your husband the money, okay? If he's not supporting you, my husband didn't support me either. I mean, he was nice to me and he let me do it, of course, but he wasn't like, oh, we're going to be diamond. Go, Amy, you're so good, okay? I had to show him the money. So just do that, guys. Draw your line in the sand and say, no matter what, if I've been a gold for 2 years, I'm sticking with this. We are set to have our largest growth in the next 3 years. Are you going to be a part of it? People are going to be coming to you because it's going to be a household name. They need to think Carmela, Stacy, Sarah, Melody, Jocelyn. They need to think of you when they hear Plexus, okay? That is how solid you should be. No one thinks that I'm not running a legitimate business. And that's what people have to think with you. Don't be wishy-washy. I mean, aren't most of y'all from up north, like New York? I mean, New York people are like hardcore, right? You're not like, will you please try my stuff? You're like, no, try this right now, right? That's how northern people are. So just do that. I tell people I'm bossy because people don't know what they want. So this is what I do with every single potential. Once I sign them up, I send them the instructions. I walk them through sign up. They get a welcome pack. And then I tell them, okay, I'm so glad you joined our team. Now I want you to post on social media. And what are people going to say? No, I want a testimony first. I want you to push back, and I want you to say, I want you to post this. So excited to start these natural supplements my friend Amy told me about. She had better X, Y, and Z. Who wants to try it with me? Do you see how they're not saying they have a testimony yet? They're saying, my friend has a story. Who wants to try this with me? And you get them to post on social media. When they post on social media, you're going to watch, and you're going to see when people comment, and you're going to message them and say, Erin, your friend Stacy just commented. Start a three-way message and say this. Guys, you are, I call it like Plexus for Dummies. You are doing all of the work for your new ambassador, because this is awkward. Most people haven't done network marketing. Make it easy for them, okay? You want to get them silver in 7 days. That is your goal. So you say something like this. Hey, Stacy, I don't know much about Plexus, but my friend Erin does, so I included her in this conversation. Erin, will you please tell her your story? So she takes over, and hopefully by the time she's done talking to that person, she's already made the sale. Okay, so three-way messaging. Then you say, okay, now can you get 3 to 5 people on a Zoom with me Thursday at 6? And they're going to say, what's a Zoom? Super easy. I'll mail you the link. It's a video conference. Get your sisters and your mom on. And this is what I want you to send them. Hey, I'm starting this business called Plexus. It's health and wellness supplements. I would love for you to support me in this and just listen to my friend talk for 20 minutes. Does Thursday at 6 work for you? Do you see how you're doing all the legwork for your people? If you want to succeed in this business, you have to get your people going within the first 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys. Get them going. The likelihood of them working for you is very high. If you just sort of let them, flounder and they're like trying the products, you have to be keeping up with them. I tell everyone that signs up with me, if you're not willing to give these products 3 to 6 months, these probably are not the products for you. Okay? Make sure you're selling that, like saying that. You don't want to oversell Plexus. If you say these products are for weight loss, I would tell y'all not to say that too much. I would say something like this. Weight loss is a byproduct because your blood sugar is going to balance, and you're not going to hunt down the Girl Scout troops because you won't have those cravings. And in turn, you lose weight. But if you oversell this, guys, like people usually don't lose weight right away. Men do, because they're men, of course, they always do. Women don't, but women are a size 2 and they think they need to lose 10 pounds. I mean, women are crazy. So you need to make sure you're underselling Plexus and telling them 3 to 6 months, your body's going to detox. Tell them that. Be upfront. You have to drink your water. You might go through detox. I tell everybody upfront that this is a detox program and that your body is going to get healthy. So make sure from the very beginning you're getting your people going. But I literally could talk Plexus all night. Erin knows that. I could just go on and on because it's been such a blessing to our family. But if you could just do your homework assignment I gave you and then keep that list growing constantly, your main job every day should be income producing activity, which means don't just post on Facebook and think people are going to come to you. They're not. Okay? You're posting on Facebook because you want everybody to know that you're open for business. That's it. And you also need to look at attraction marketing. You should not be posting graphics. People do not like graphics. It needs to be a cute picture of you and your kids, you out in your whatever you do in life, and you're happy and vibrant and healthy because of Plexus. But don't post graphics, okay? So make sure you're posting correctly and make sure you're reaching out to 10 people a day, okay? That's what I do. I only reach out to 3 to 5 because my network has gotten so small. So now I have to work on expanding my network and friending everybody. That marriage retreat, I have 5 new friends. 5. And I just walked up. I mean, it's not like it's easy to go up and talk to people, but I just got up out of my seat and I just walk up. I see somebody that makes eye contact with me and I just buzz right over there. Hey, are you liking the marriage retreat? Me too. Where are you from? And are you on Facebook? Most people do not say no. Okay, so make new friends everywhere you go. Actually like people. Yes, find a marriage retreat. It'll help you too. So what questions do you have for me, Erin?
That was Jody who said that. Oh. The other Erin. Man, you crushed it. Questions. I love your boldness. I love how you're not afraid. And what do you say to people who do have those fears?
to do it scared. So the first time I started, like, I am not crunchy. I'm not like a granola mom. I mean, to some people I am, because, you know, I home birth but in Kauai, unless you like grow tons of armpit hair and like and only eat kale salad, like literally like not crunchy at all. So my whole like realm of people in Hawaii, they don't eat meat. Like my friends eat kale salad for fun, for real. And so when my network would ask me questions about like how our probiotic was processed, I was like, what was it cultured on? I'm like, cultured? Like, what do you clue what you're talking about right now? So I was very scared. So this is what I say to people. I say to tell people, that is such a great question. I have so much information on that. What's your email? As soon as I get home, I'll have some information. So I knew, and then you just move on and start talking to somebody else, because I knew that I could not let people catch me not knowing what I was talking about. Does that make sense?
Yes, I love that.
So
and I think like, I call it analysis paralysis. Like people think they have to know everything to be able to start sharing. And I don't think I knew even heard of what the ingredients were until I was like a sapphire. I'm like, chromium, what the heck is chromium? That's the other, I don't know. So like everyone thinks they have to know everything and how to do everything and what every product does and all the ingredients, and they don't. So you have to know where to find it if someone asks for it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. We have some bold people on the call right now, but I think a lot of people, you know, are still held back by, I feel pushy, I feel bossy, and I personally am like you, I don't really care. Like I am bossy too. You can ask Liza and Jody.
A little bit.
They've been my best friends since middle school.
Amy, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when people join Plexus, their first question is, how much time do I have to put into this? And obviously it's how much time they have, but as a diamond, and when you decided to work your business, how much time, like I'm sure you went gung-ho like a lot of us did, but how much time do you think that you spent in the beginning of your business to grow fast?
So because I was in momentum pretty much like up until, I mean, we're still doing pretty good. Like I've never really gone like super out of momentum. I tell people like, what is your dream? What is your goal? Like for me, I was not okay with taking this slowly because I have 7 kids. Like I felt like the quicker I could go and the quicker I could like get to the top, the quicker I could bring my husband home to help me. So it's different for everybody because I didn't work a full-time job, but I will tell you that I did not make excuses. Okay. So like, if you're on this call, I mean, I have 7 kids. I ran vacation rentals in Kauai. I'm not any better than you because if you have 1 kid, I felt just as crazy and out of control with 1 kid as I did with 7. Like any mom is crazy pretty much, but you have to make it a priority. So I didn't watch Netflix. I did not read books. Like all I did in my free time when I wasn't being a mom and a wife is I was messaging people. I was out of the house 3 days a week. I grew my whole business doing parties at people's homes, which I don't think a lot of people do anymore. But what I would do, I mean, I'm on a small island. So let's say I signed you up, Erin. I would say, oh, great, get 3 to 5 people to your house. And you would bring Stacy, Al, and Jennifer. While I'm at that party with Stacy, Al, and Jennifer, I would sign all 3 of them up because by the time I'm done talking, they're pretty much like getting it. They're like, oh yeah, I need this too. It's a no-brainer. And I have my computer and I'm saying, okay, who's going first? Stacy, you're going to get the triplex. I'm helping her sign up. And then I say, Stacy, I want you to post on social media. Hand me your phone. Guys, like I did everybody's post. So I'd take Stacy's phone. I'd say, smile. And she'd hold the triplex I bought. And I'd say, so excited to start these natural supplements my friend Amy told me about. Post. And then Stacy, right there, I'd have my planner and I'd say, what day next week works for you to have a party with 3 to 5 people? It's going to look exactly like this. And she'd say, I could do one in 3 days. Okay, good. And then I'd have Stacy with those 3 people. I would not make Stacy do it. Then those 3 people would sign up and I would do the same thing with those 3 people. I did that on every single level. So I was out of my house 3 days a week. And I tell people, it was worth it for me because it's at 7 o'clock at night. Like a husband can get kids to bed. I mean, if you already have them fed and changed, he can get the kids to sleep. Okay. You're just going to do a party from like 7 to 9, come home, 7 to 9, come home. But like, if you're not actively signing people up and helping your people sign people up, your business is going to go extremely slow. So don't like neglect fair booths, Christmas booths, all these Christmas get-togethers. I signed up one of my jewels at the state fair. Okay, you have to get your name out there. I was in a small island. Everyone knew who I was. Everyone knew, like literally the whole island is Plexus and I'm the top person. Like almost everyone in Hawaii is underneath me. So that's why I tell people, like, you just have to be the start, and then you sit back and enjoy the labor. Just push that ball up the hill. And then once you get it up there, your people will take over. Just keep working your business. If it takes you 5 hours a day broken up into different increments, who cares? Like, wouldn't it be worth $30,000 a month to you? Can y'all imagine walking to the bank and cashing a $30,000 check? That was on my dream board. I wrote $30,000 check. That's what I wrote, because at the time that was like an average diamond. And so I was like, $30,000. What would I do with that? Guys, what would you do with that? Think big. You don't have to think small. You could work the next 20 to 30 years at the same job you're doing, and you would never make that kind of money. Eric and I were budgeting, living out of envelopes, saving up every penny we had. And we were still looking at retiring, in our 50s, 60s, and, saving up. And we didn't go on to dinner with 9 people all the time. We didn't get to go on vacations all of the time with 9 people. So just think, I want y'all to really dream big. That's what I want you to get out of this. $35 can change your life. Go look at my Facebook page, Amy Paul. Follow me. You can see, like, guys, I live in a dream home I've wanted since I was a little girl. I buy every animal I can find because I love them. I get to go on vacation. I get to do all this cool stuff, like New York for a week, going to the Plaza Hotel where it was $90 a person for tea. I was like, even still, like, I don't have the mindset that I have money. Like, I still think, like, I go to Starbucks, I'm like, $4 for a drink? I can make that at home. Like, my mind still always does that. But now I can do that. So just think about how your life could change and what is the greater purpose that you have. What is your why? It has to be huge. It has to be.
Thank
you. You get me all fired up. I feel fired up after I heard your, I'm pretty fired up to begin with on a daily basis, but when you did the 12 days of diamond call, I'm like, I gotta go get to work. I gotta go. I started messaging chicken listers with that verbiage that you gave,
Mm-hmm.
I think you gave us some great motivation, but some great tools too, so everyone can get off this call and get their booty boos, as Jill Renfro would say, to work.
She's funny.
She's hilarious. She's a fiery little cracker.
She is.
Do you guys have any questions while we have Amy on the phone, or Jody or Eliza? Or?
I took so many notes.
I know, I saw you writing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. It's good meeting some of y'all.
When's our next trip? A convention.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find out where it is.
I think Nashville.
I'm hoping. I really hope so.
I really hope so as well.
I hope so too. That's the only place I've heard that can like hold us. I heard Nashville. I've heard Dallas. I hope Nashville, just because when we went through in the bus, it was so amazing that I would love to go back.
Yeah, I've never been. I heard it's amazing there.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to thank. Yeah. Any other questions? You guys don't have to be so shy. She might bite, but she won't bite too hard. All right. Someone said I'm going to watch this 10 more times. Me too. Well, Amy, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to love on us, train us, pour into us, and give us some great nuggets to go and get to work tonight or tomorrow or whatever you want to do. But enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your babies and your husband, and thank you so much.
Amy, Amy, do you have time for one more quick question?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk to you all day.
But I remember Timmy Yancey came and did a Super Saturday for us, and she just taught us how to be bold with our business and not to be shy with it. Like, can you give us an example? Like, Timmy gave us, like, she was in a Target line and she somehow always brings up Plexus to the Target cashier or wherever she is. Can you give us an example of like times or things that you have said to like a complete stranger just to give them some ideas?
Yeah, I don't talk about Plexus anymore, ever. When we were in the bus, I used to talk about Plexus. That's how I would start conversations. It's like, you know, I would somehow insert Plexus in there. Now I don't, because I've found more success with just friending them on Facebook and then them seeing my post where they're like, then they inquire of me, where I'm not jumping on them right away. Where before, I used to cold market everybody. I mean, Eric, if you followed us at all on our trip, we could sign people up in parking lots. Like literally, my husband was a car salesman. He can sign people up for Plexus within 5 minutes of meeting them, but that doesn't mean they're gonna work or they're gonna do anything. There's no relationship there. So regardless, I can sign people up, but I realized that I don't even wanna waste my time doing quick sales like that because they usually won't work for you unless there's a relationship. So the key is going to be to get them on your Facebook feed, okay? Get them on your Facebook feed, get them liking your children, get them liking your life, invest in them as a person, and then you can send them a message. Hey girl, like I've been watching you, I don't want this to come off like salesy, so I hope you don't feel that way, but I love these products, and I'm sure you've seen me, posting about them, and I just want to reach out to you. If this isn't something you want, feel free to ignore this message. And by the way, I loved watching your daughters play the other night. So you just want to be real. How to Win Friends and Influence People is by far my favorite book. I love that book because, if you are posting on social media, even pre-Plexus, and you don't get a lot of likes or you don't get a lot of interaction, you really need to look inward at yourself and think, why is that? Are you a people person? Have you invested in people? Maybe you're not influential. Well, you need to work on that. You need to be influential. That could be you just figuring out what works best for you. Like maybe you're a great cook, so you're posting about it's how to win friends and influence people. Maybe you're posting about good recipes, or maybe you're a homeschool mom and you have to add value to people's life to be influential. So you have to work on that, and you have to be okay with looking in the mirror at yourself and seeing your flaws. Like I'm a type A, I'm a red personality. So my upline, I love her. She's a diamond. She's a green personality, which means she cares all about the details. So when she told me about Plexus, she never told me about the money. I'm a red, like just show me the money. Like I don't care anything about the ingredients, just show me the money. So it wasn't until another Plexus jewel that I knew pre-Plexus, they Abarts and the Martins, they're both double diamond couples. After the Hawaii trip, they came to Kauai. And we knew them before Plexus. And at the time, one of them told me they were making $60,000 a month. I was not promoting the product, right? So as soon as I heard 60,000, remember I've been taking these products 7 months. As soon as 60,000 went into my ear, I was like, done. Like I'm done. Like I'm going for this. My upline never pushed money. So you have to realize what each person on this call, their personality. If you talk about money, you're going to scare some people. If you talk about helping people, you're going to have people like salivating to do the business because they want to help everybody. So there's like all of these things. And so you have to talk to the person in their language. So How to Win Friends and Influence People, the 4 color personality books, Sarah Robbins, How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business, Eric Worre GoPro, that's perfect for men. Make every man on your team. Eric Worre GoPro by far is the book that made my husband like get on board. But you have to realize that you work for the best health and wellness company out there. Like we are literally on the cutting edge, GMO-free, gluten-free, vegan, all of that stuff. Where do you think Whole Foods is going crazy? Trader Joe's is going crazy. All of these holistic people are looking for a different way. And you have it. We are the only company out there that's like this. So don't miss out on this opportunity or you will kick yourself. You will look at me and think, oh, Amy's just one of the lucky ones. Erin's one of the lucky ones. No, we're one of the ones saw an opportunity and took it. Okay. So take this opportunity and go for it. And just be super confident when you go out and about in public. Be super confident on your Facebook post, even if you're sweaty and nervous and scared. Okay. That is what you do. And if you need to like buck up, then you just say, Erin, I'm having a really hard time right now. Help me. And you just work on channeling her. I tell people all the time, just like, think about like, okay, I'm just going to do it and say it. You can go get sick later. I have a senior Ruby that could not stand in front of anyone and talk. She could not talk to anyone. And now she stands right on stage and talks to everyone. And she used to get sick, literally throw up at the end of our meetings. So I'm like, I didn't feel bad for her. I was like, no, do it more, do it more. And she finally got over it. And now she feels like, I am the woman. Like she feels like she has been empowered and she grew as a person. So you can grow. You just have to be willing to get uncomfortable. Okay? Just get uncomfortable.
And yeah, I mean, people think that, Amy, you actually might not have any fears left, I bet. But I myself, like I never did Facebook Live and I scared the life out of me. And I finally did my first one last week, and it's not my comfort zone, but we're telling our teams to do things scared. We have to do them too. So everyone thinks, oh, they're diamonds, they can't have any fears. We all have fears too, but it's just a matter of how you're going to deal with them.
I posted my first Facebook Live, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it was me and Eric, and I think I was a senior Ruby and he was a gold, and we were sitting on a log at the beach, and it is the worst video you have ever seen. Like, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm bright red. Eric and I think my hair gets caught in his arm. It was like horrible. And I posted it, and I remember sharing it a couple months ago saying, this was my first post. You know, I did it scared, and then it just gets easier. And you know what? Who cares if people don't like you? I know that sounds so crazy, but you're an adult now. This isn't high school. Like, who cares if people don't like you? But all these people on this call will be your friend. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the people that support you, those are the friends you want, okay? Don't worry about what everybody else thinks of you, okay? Who cares? It's you and your family and your immediate friends or whoever you want, but don't worry about everyone else, okay?
Amen to that. I think it's easier. I mean, I watched a video of you last week. You talked about how you used to be a people pleaser, and you're not anymore. I really never was a people pleaser. I kind of just wasn't. But, like, how did you make that transition? Just confidence and personal growth?
I finally realized, like, people did like me, you know, and the people that didn't like me, I was like, why am I giving them my power? I don't really like them anyways. Like, why do I care if these people don't like me? So now I just really focus on the people that do. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Plexus, it gives you such a big audience and you get to meet so many cool people. I tell people I have the best friends I've ever had in my life now, you know, and they accept me for who I am. I mean, even people on Facebook, I consider true friends. And people are like, you might not even know them. Yeah, but you're investing in their life when you comment on their post. Like right now, the season of life I'm in, with 7 kids at home, homeschooling and stuff, I don't have time to pick up the phone and call friends. But somebody just liking my post or saying, Amy, I love seeing your pictures, it makes me feel like a bond with people. After being on this call, I will probably, the ones who put their faces up, if I saw y'all at convention, I would remember you. Because I took an hour of my time out. People say, how do you remember me? Well, don't you remember I was sitting in my bathroom in my pajamas talking to you for an hour? Like, I remember you. So just like, so if y'all see me, come up and say hi, because I really like people. It's not like it's just one of those things. You know that, Erin. It's like so
You
weird.
really do. I met you for the first time in Kona, and you had all your kids there, and I was with my mom, and my mom was like, she's so nice. I'm like, I know. That was the first time I ever met you. And your kids are so well behaved and so sweet, and you're just awesome.
Thank you.
I was like nervous for you to come over and see my kids. I'm like, oh God, I hope they behave today.
You're from New York. I'm surprised they don't obey. I'm always afraid of, like, when I was so afraid to go to New York because I'm like, aren't all those people mean? I picture like people that scream at everybody and like honk their horns all day.
New York City is very different from New York State. You know, we don't live that way in New York State. We're like normal.
Yeah.
We do have softies up here. I'm not one of them, but we do have them.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So thank you, Amy. You know, gave us so much to go on and so much information and so much excitement. And guys, she signed, it's Christmas. Do you think she uses the excuse, it's Christmas? She signed 4 people already this month, okay? So, you know, the people are out there, she's working. She doesn't let excuses hold her back. So, or priorities. So, you know, trying to say priorities versus excuses, but we know what they are.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get hair all over you. Put it back.
We have, there we go.
Yeah.
I think that was Carmela. Hi, Carmela.
Hey,
Poor Carmela. This is her first call she's ever been on.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that one. They could have like busted you in on like a newer, nicer person.
No, we gotta break these people in half, Amy.
Break me. I'm from the Bronx, New York, okay? But
She's tough. She's the tough one.
I'm a toughie. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. All right, guys.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay, thank y'all.
All right, Amy. See you later. Thank you.
Bye, Erin. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
If you guys want to stay on, we can take any questions. If not, Jody, you can stop recording.